Good afternoon, everybody. It's really great at the fourth day of Sibos in the afternoon that you still made the time to be here. Thank you very much for that. I was a bit worried that everybody had already gone home, but it's good to see all of you here. My name is Jos Dijsselhof. I'm the CEO of SIX, which is the financial market infrastructure group with its head office in Switzerland and its main business in Switzerland and in Spain. I'll talk a little bit about that later. And I have only one purpose today, and that's to give you a teaser of a study that we did around the future of finance. We've done an extensive interviewing process to get some feedback from the finance industry at C-level to really find out how the future of finance is perceived. So it's not the SIX group view, but it's actually really a view from a study that we've done in the market. I will every once in a while also throw in some views and opinions from SIX itself. And then at the end I will open up for Q&A. I should be about 20 minutes talking, and then if you want to, we can have a discussion at the end. Just 2 slides on SIX, just to make sure you know who's talking to you. SIX is an financial market infrastructure company, stock exchange, payments, data, security services, all kinds of different businesses. And we've been on the forefront of innovation already actually since early on. In 1930s we actually did already the first ticker tape, which was not computerized but already some parts of automation. In 1961 we did the first televised stock exchange. At the end of the 90s we converted the stock exchange from an open outcry setup to an electronic solution. And then actually very recently in 2021 we launched a digital exchange, which is an exchange based on blockchain, tokenization, the first one in the world actually with a regulation from the Swiss regulator. We're the first one out there with a regulated digital exchange since 2021 already, and we are currently building our business along different dimensions for the industry and for our customers. So we've been driving innovation since we started. Just to talk a little bit about our business, we have 4 distinct business areas. One is the exchange business, where the primary market, so the capital raising and the trading, is being put under one roof. This is both for the Swiss and the Spanish market and the international markets. The second business unit we have is security services, where all the post-trade activities, so clearing, settlement, custody, extremely relevant for here at Sibos, all comes together. The third business unit we have is called financial information. That's our data business, where we provide many of the financial institutions around the world with data, with insights into ESG, compliance data, regulatory data, reference data, all kinds of data that we provide to many of the financial institutions across the globe. And the final business, the fourth business we have, is our payments business, which is very Swiss oriented. We do the real-time gross settlement system on behalf of the Swiss National Bank. So all the Swiss franc clearing goes to our systems. We manage ATMs, debit card processing. We are the biggest shareholder in the mobile payment platform in Switzerland. So as you can see, with these 4 business units, we have actually quite a diverse portfolio, and we drive innovation across all these 4 business units, but we also drive innovation on the crossroads of these business units, where the security settlements and payments come together, or where data and ESG come together. So we have many different cross connections between our businesses also. That's enough, I think, about our company. Happy to answer any questions about the company if you want to later. But the main purpose of this presentation is actually to talk about the future of finance. As I mentioned earlier, we've done a survey at the C-level within financial institutions, almost 300 institutions, from investment banking to asset management to retail banking, all different flavors within the finance industry, across all the geographies we have on the globe. So the US, UK, Hong Kong, Singapore, Germany, Spain, Switzerland. We asked people their opinion on many different topics, but the core topics itself are growth. How do you see growth for the finance industry? How do you see this growth being sustainable and linked to ESG? Where do you see technology in the future? And what about skills and people? So those are the four key dimensions that we asked our questions about. And I will quickly run through the results of our questionnaire and our study. And of course I will point you then towards the report that has been written. I will show a QR code so you all have access to all the data and more details than what I will be presenting to you. So let me start with the first topic, growth. Just to put one caveat, this study was done in August. And of course between August and now the world has changed again, but this is a snapshot from August. And when we asked almost 300 C-suite executives what they thought about the future of finance and how well they are actually positioned to grow with the economy and with the finance industry, 91%, 92% are strongly or moderately positive about their positioning. So most of the institutions really think that they are well positioned to drive the future of finance forward, that they are ready to take advantages of the changes and of the changes in the context in which we operate and in changes in customer demands, changes around technology, and that they are fit for the future or will be fit for the future going forward. So a very positive outlook. What we also see, and this is quite general I think in banking, the investment bankers are extremely positive, and then it goes down in the end the retail bankers are a little bit less positive. So I think that also shows you a bit the different dimensions within the finance industry. But in general, very positive feedback that in the next 3 years the challenges of rising inflation, interest rates, and all the other challenges from technology will be weathered by the finance industry. So what are then the key drivers of this growth that all the executives are foreseeing and that they are ready for? And here on this slide you see in the dark blue area what the challenges are, and in the light blue area where the key drivers are. If I first look at the dark blue area, and of course inflation, stagnation is going to impact most of our businesses. IT, cybersecurity, threats for people breaking into our systems, taking our systems hostage, and therefore losing trust are perceived as very high. Geopolitical uncertainties, of course, in the situation we're in, I don't have to explain that to you. Geopolitical uncertainties are extremely important. What's going to happen with the 2 different or 3 different blocks in the world? How are we going to operate? Is the globalization going to continue, or is it going to retract? And in which areas it's going to continue is a very important challenge. And I think very important, the finance industry, shortage of labor, shortage of good people. In general, wherever you go, if you're on the street or if you read the newspapers, every industry seems to have a shortage of people. Finance used to be an area where, at least in my generation, everybody wanted to work. If I ask my 2 kids, do you want to work in finance? They look at me, really? Finance? That's not so attractive anymore. So we will have a big challenge, I think, to find the right people, especially with the right skill set around data, analytics, technology, to drive our business forward. Then in terms of what will drive the growth and what will drive the positive views that the industry has, I think data analytics is a big topic. So we have so much data, we process so many transactions, we're not really leveraging it across the board in our industry, and there is a big opportunity to drive this further forward. There is an opportunity to create new asset classes, to make more products and services available for trading on our platforms. Digital assets, other assets are really in the flavor there. Digital transformation, automation, we still have a lot of people, although we are in existence for a long time, we still have a lot of people doing manual processing, and there's a big opportunity, I think, for the finance industry to leapfrog, to get away from the legacy systems and really move forward in terms of automation. And last but not least, changing our business models, integrating, disintegrating, creating faster and better, smarter ways to reach our customers is definitely also a big opportunity. So these are the challenges and the drivers for growth. If we then go to the second topic I mentioned already, sustainability. Is the finance industry sustainable? Are we benefiting from the overall sustainability drive in the societies and in the worlds we operate? Then 44% of the finance companies are basically saying this is a very, very important, critical, integral part of the way we do business. So ESG has really made it to from a separate topic into a more integrated topic within the strategy of many organizations in the finance industry. 22% of the companies still say, it's on the radar, we don't know exactly how to approach it, how to move forward with it. We will keep a close eye, and when we think the momentum is there, we'll push it forward. And then we have 20% and 40% saying it plays a minor role. So ESG, sustainability clearly is one of the agenda items, and it's very important for the finance industry to help both companies disclose and be transparent about the way they run their business, but also to help the transformation from brown to green. Third topic we looked into is skills, people. And I think this is really a big challenge. Before COVID, we probably were not so aware of the fact that many of the people that work in the finance industry are considering whether they want to stay or whether they want to move out, and that for many young people the finance industry is not as attractive as it used to be. So finding really high quality technologists, data analysts, and people that really can help drive our business forward is quite tricky. And just money, as the finance industry used to be really good at, just throwing money at the problem is not going to solve it anymore, because many of the skilled workers have money as one of the top 10 drivers, but on the bottom end of the top 10, whereas perhaps in the past it was very high. So changing also the composition, the way we work, working from home, working in the office, empowerment, working with virtual teams, agility, all these topics we need to address to make sure we get the right people into our organizations. And there might also be some topics that we in the end don't do ourselves anymore, and that we find partnerships and outsource parts of our value chain, of our activities, to people who are in a better position to attract the right workforce. So the skills question, how do we make sure that we have longevity in our workforce and that we make sure that we attract the right people and they stay with us, is a really critical topic for growth. Last but not least, technology. About 40% of the parties that we interviewed and we did the study around basically said our technology is fit for the future, which means 60% say our technology is not so fit for the future. So we all are sitting on a lot of legacy technology and opportunities to further improve. There's opportunities to use newer technology, better versions, move off the mainframe, don't use COBOL anymore, but actually move to more advanced ways of moving business forward. Within all of that, also digital asset and using distributed ledger technology is a topic which is coming up more and more. And here you see where the finance industry sees distributed ledger technology being applicable. And on one hand, you see on the top of this slide that it can be used to increase efficiency, to increase effectiveness of the current infrastructure that we have by applying distributed ledger technology. And on the other hand, it can also help us to really remodel our business models and make advantage of the capabilities by distributing digital assets to our customers. So on one hand, automation improving what we have, and on the other hand, creating new business and moving things forward. So what I've tried to do in this very short presentation is to tell you what we've seen in our studies, and that we've seen that in general the finance industry feels they are ready for the future, that are very clear drivers but also challenges for growth, that the skills side and attracting the right people, finding the right people, committing them to your organization and your purpose is critical, and that applying technology is really what's going to move the finance industry forward. We've put all of that into a report called The Future of Finance. Here's the QR code, so you can scan it and you can have a look at the report. It's not very big, it's 6-7 pages I think. So it's not too long, and it shows you some very interesting data about the future of finance and how the C-suite executives are looking at the way we should drive our business going forward. With that being presented, I just wanted to give you a very quick snapshot of our study, explain to you why we've done it, what the key findings are, and I'm very happy to answer any questions, remarks, or have any discussions around any of the topics, and I do invite you to have a look at the report. Thank you very much.